Monday. Welcome to my live. And if you happen to be watching later and don't see the red box right there that says live, you are watching my replay. So welcome to the replay. My name is Robin and I'm with Robin's Egg Blue Creations, and I'm also an independent designer with Couture. Once you hop on, go ahead and say hi in the comments. Tell me where you're tuning in from. I also wanted to let you know that I am streaming online using a platform called StreamYard. It allows me to go live in multiple destinations. So I am live right now on my Facebook business page. I'm live in my private group, the Robin's Egg Blue Creations Crafty Collab, and I'm also live on my YouTube channel. So if you hear me refer to somebody's comments and you don't see it in your feed, that might be because they are commenting from another platform. So I just wanted to be upfront and transparent. So just wanted to let you know that. Also, if you're watching from my group, go ahead and allow StreamYard permission to use your name. Otherwise, you just show up in my comments as Facebook user and I have no idea who I'm interacting with. So if you want me to give you a shout out, just hit that link and let StreamYard use your name. Hello, Jason and Chris from Rochester. They are there for a follow-up visit, and I hope it all goes well. I can't wait to see them again either Tuesday night or Wednesday. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Again, if you hop on, tell me where you're watching from. I will be using 2 of these size A reusable silkscreen transfers from Couture. They are a sticky back reusable silkscreen transfer, and anywhere you see the white, that is where there is a silkscreen material, so it keeps all of those little inner pieces of letters, your punctuation, your dots of your eye. It keeps them all intact. So no more weeding vinyl. And because I have not used this particular transfer, I'm writing the name on the back. It's called Pumpkin Anything. And I do that because, like I said earlier, they are reusable. This way I know that this backer sheet goes to this transfer and that this is indeed the back. And I've already used this one, so I think I wrote the name already. So I'm going to make a reverse canvas, and if you haven't ever seen those, you just take a basic stretched canvas, you rip it apart literally, and then you're left with the frame and you're left with the piece of canvas. And I will show you how we put those together later. Good evening, Miss Amanda. How are you? I hope you had a great weekend. Let me know if any of y'all went out of town or you did something fun. Let me know in the comments what you did. So I'm just going to take apart this canvas. You can get them at most big box stores sell them. Walmart, Target, Dollar Tree, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Joann, Dollar General even carries them. And they're real easy to take apart. In fact, I'll show you on this one. I don't even remove the staples anymore. That's just, nobody has time for that. It's too hard, and you're not going to see them at the end anyway. But I've learned a really quick way to remove the canvas. So I just take a box knife, an X-Acto knife, and I just make little slits along each of these staples, just on either side. And it's okay if you dig into the wood. Nobody's going to see that. And we'll have to do a little bit more digging once we get to the corners after we get most of the canvas off. But I'm just scoring where each of those staples are. Pretty easy. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could take your ruler and score all the way, but this is actually a lot easier. A lot less chance of losing a finger this way. So once we have all of those staples scored, it literally just peels right up. Amanda says she dog sat this weekend and did yard work today. You live crazy lives here. Well, I didn't do much today. I took a nap. I did drive to Junction City, but I didn't find what I was looking for. So these corners, once you get it kind of torn, it's still kind of connected. So sometimes you just have to do a little bit more digging. So just make sure your thumbs are out of the way. But they do come off. So there's that one's released. Just kind of do a little more scoring. There's one more corner left. See, and that one came off all by itself. And you can hammer the nails down if some of them are sticking out, but again, I just leave them. Sometimes there'll be staples in the front. I think it makes it look a little more rustic. And some have little grooves here. I kind of just dab some paint in there. You're not really going to see those. So now we're left with a raw frame and a ripped up canvas. So the next thing you can do is I just lay my canvas out. And I usually use a rotary cutter for this, but this works as well. So I just take my metal ruler and my box knife, and keeping my fingers out of the way, and just tear that right off. And I just kind of lay my ruler roughly where that first fold was when it was folded around the canvas. And that just gets me a good starting point. So then I just throw those away, and then I kind of just dry fit it. And I like to leave a little bit of border, like right here. It's almost up to the edge, so you can just do a little more trimming. You just start taking off a little bit at a time. Let's see how that works. It looks pretty good. I just don't want it hanging over the edge. So you'll notice on most canvases, this was the original front. So it has a little more of a white appearance. It's a little more textured. And then the back side is kind of this ivory, and it's fabric. If I do this side, then I typically will use ink. If I use this top side, then I'll typically use paste. And it's 6 one way, half dozen another, really. Whatever floats your boat. You can use either or. Okay. So then the next thing I do, since we're left with this raw piece of frame, put some of this stuff away, is I just either paint it, or I stain it, or I wash it with like a watered down paint. And in this case, we're just going to use some watered down chalk paste. There's a little rough spot, so I'm going to sand that off real quick. It's still a little rough, but that's okay. I used to be really particular about these. I'd fill them in with wood filler, but nobody cares. So I just leave them now. So I have some black paste that I've watered down really good. I mean, it's like soupy. And I really gotten to where I like to paint with this chalk paste because it dries super fast. And since I already have all the colors. Hi, Stacia. How are you? Hope you've had a great Labor Day weekend. We are making a reverse canvas. So this was a stretched canvas, and then I ripped it apart. So this is what's left of the stretched canvas, and I'm just painting the raw frame that's inside of a canvas. And I won't paint all of this live tonight, but like in here where these little grooves are, I just kind of jab my paintbrush down in there. So don't use your nice paintbrushes. In fact, sometimes I even get these cheap chip brushes, CHIP, and I'll shove them down in there because it will wreck your paintbrush. So just kind of jab it down in there, and then you can hardly tell that it's there. Again, just jab your paintbrush down into those grooves. And some canvases will have those, some won't. I think I've used about every store's canvas. Okay, so we'll get that to a stopping point. Oh, you burnt your finger grilling. Ugh, that's no good. No good at all. I hope you got some Vaxatracin or some aloe or something to treat it. So I'm just using watered down chalk paste to paint this. I hope the food was good, even though you burnt your finger. Does anyone have any Labor Day traditions, like you have to serve this meal or you have to eat this food, or you get together with friends and family? Hi, Katie. So same way with these little gaps, I just kind of jab my paintbrush in there. And then on the back, I do paint my back. I usually just do one coat, because you may see just the outside of the frame. And then if you don't put it together tight, you may see some of the inside of the frame. But that's kind of how I paint it. I'm just going to let this one sit because I've already done two. Stacia said you had steak, chicken, corn on the cob, and fried potatoes. Yum! So I'm just going to wash my hands a little bit. And the nice thing about chalk paste is it dries fast and it comes right off. Okay, so I'm going to let my paintbrush sit there. I'm going to put this to the side. Hope I don't have a craft avalanche over there. Okay, so now I have my panels that we've trimmed down, and they'll go on the back of our frames here. Oops, except I forgot to paint that one. So yeah, okay. Get some of this stuff off. Okay, so let's grab our, and I'll show you. A lot of people will put their frame together and then chalk on it, which I guess they could. Let's do that. I don't normally do it that way, but it might actually be easier. So this next part might get kind of loud. I'm going to put a couple towels underneath. Let's get these so they're a little less bumpy. This I do kind of just to muffle the noise. So I'm just going to fit this. And again, I'm doing the white side down because this will end up being the front. And I kind of feel where the edge of that frame is. Can't see that very well right there. Like the edge of my frame is here. Make sure, yeah. So I'm just going to put my staple gun right next to the edge of that frame and check to make sure you didn't go through the edge, because I've done that before too. So then I go to the opposite side and I pull it tight and I feel for the edge of that frame, and then I'll just staple it. And if it doesn't go all the way in, you can just hammer it down later. And then I'll go to the opposite end of that, then the other side, and then I'll pull this side tight. Okay, so now I've got my inside edges, and so then I go to the corners and I feel for that corner and I pull it tight and shoot a staple in, and then I'll go to the next corner and then I'll pull it tight and I'll hit the next corner, always checking to make sure I didn't go through the edge, and then I'll pull this corner. Oops, kind of figured I'd run out of staples. Probably should have checked that before I started. Okay, so I'll pull that tight and then I'll shoot another one in. And then I usually just kind of mind the gap. Oh, I was afraid of that. That one went through didn't get into the frame. So then I'll just go around and kind of fill in where I need to. These ones aren't going in very well. Okay, so now we've got that one done, and it's fairly taut. It probably could be a little tighter. So then I can always go back around the edge and glue it down, but for right now we're good. Okay, so we'll get the I love you more than pumpkin anything. And normally I would fuzz these if I was on any other surface, but since this is kind of like fabric, I'm not going to fuzz it because I want a pretty good adhesion. So I'm going to rub it down really good. Okay, I'm just going to figure out what colors I want. So I pulled out some fall colors: bark, shimmer copper, bumblebee, pesto, and orange peel. And I have black here too. But since I have a black frame, I think I'll stick with just the fall colors. So I know I want the pumpkin to be orange. I think I want most of my leaves to be pesto. I'm thinking I'm going to pull that one out. I think we'll do that orange. So I'm kind of wondering maybe I should do the letters copper. Kind of struggle with fall colors. Thea loves my colors. Jason says it's a cool idea. And I kind of struggle with fall colors though. I'm kind of thinking, I don't know. Let me grab I'm not for sure about that bumblebee. Maybe we could pull in some mustard yellow. I just don't know where we'll use it. Okay, I think I have a plan. We'll see. We'll see if that said plan comes together. You could do a cranberry for the love. Yeah. Decisions, decisions. Part of me just said, do all the letters black. But that's kind of boring. Okay. I'm kind of leaning towards a mustard yellow. I've been infatuated with mustard yellow. So I think we'll do curry on most of the letters. I'm kind of looking at some of my ribbon for inspiration as well. I could also do pumpkin, the word pumpkin, and the pumpkin in orange. And then maybe do than in green as yeah, well, I'll kind of wing it. Okay, so I'm just using, because these are smaller letters, I'm going to use the multi-tool. I'm just going to do most of the letters in this mustard yellow or this curry color. Okay, a little bit more. And I'm going to do the, because most of these colors are the older formula, they have a tendency to dry in the screen. And if they do that, then it'll pull up all of the paste if it dries in the screen. So I'm going to smooth most of that out. I'm going to grab my dryer. I'm going to pull this up. That's dry. So I'll rub this part down. So then I'll grab my multi-tool, another multi-tool, and I'll dip into the pesto. And we'll do these leaves. And I'll do these leaves. Sorry, I'm kind of quiet. It's kind of a tight space. Okay. So then I'm going to grab an even smaller squeegee that's on the end of this detail tool. And I'm going to get some shimmer copper. And I'm just going to do these little squigglies. Okay, that's done. So pull it up again. Okay, so I'll just rub this down. Okay. Decisions. I think we'll do that in pesto. The than banner. And then we'll do the word pumpkin in pumpkin. And I'm just going to, so we don't have to clean so many. Work smarter, not harder. So I'm going to do the word pumpkin in orange peel. I'm just going to smooth that out. And we'll pull that up. Okay, so then we have the word anything. So we'll go back to our mustard. Thanks, Katie. I'm just using my multi-tool again to cover the silkscreen area. Picking up some of that excess so that I can bring it over to these letters. And I'm just going to smooth it out. And I think I'm going to pull it up from the bottom. That wasn't, oh yeah, well, it's fine. We'll put that down, back down. We'll rub down the pumpkin and the leaves and the swirlies. Okay, so we'll do the pumpkin and orange peel. Do, oh, that one's kind of dry. I think we'll just do copper, or we'll do one more. We'll do the stem in the pesto. I'm just going to grab a tiny bit. It's too much. While I have this, I'll just do the no orange color with a pumpkin name. It's the, are you talking to this paste? It's called orange peel. I do have a shimmer pumpkin, but it's the sparkly color. Try to get that smoothed out. Okay. Done with that one. And so then we'll do the shimmer copper swirls down here. Try to work fast so that my orange doesn't dry. Okay. Get that smoothed out as best as I can. Let's see what we have. Okay, so I'm going to spray that transfers while it sits over here and waits for me to clean it. And then we'll dry this. Thanks, Jason. Thanks, Katie. Okay, Okay, so I'm going to put all my mess in here. I think I'll just stick to one. Thanks, Amanda. I'll just stick to one transfer tonight. I'd like to do a little bit of embellishing, so we'll just do one. Have any of y'all noticed my lovely lid? All the designers are like, I want a purple lid, I want a purple lid. I'm like, no thanks. Okay, there are a few little spots where it has run. And the fun thing about canvas is that you can get rid of a few boo-boos. Like some of my leaves have ran. So you can just take a little Q-tip with water. This might not be the best Q-tip. And you can erase some of those runs. Kind of smudged a little more, but I think it needs a little bit of embellishing. I'm just trying to see what I have over here as far as we should just do some twine. We'll use some of these skinny ones. I haven't used these yet, so we'll make kind of a messy bow. But I think I want to sand the frame a little bit. So I'm going to grab my little sander. I'm going to do this over the trash can. You may not be able to see it, but I want to get some of that dust into the trash can. This would be easier if it wasn't already connected. That way I don't get any black dust on my canvas, but so far so good. I get the corners pretty good. It looks pretty good. Okay, so we gave it a little bit of distressing so it doesn't look as, I don't know, I think sanding the frame gives it a little bit more life and a little bit more character. It doesn't look so flat. But again, that's personal preference. You love the touch of spice I always add. Well, sometimes I don't feel very spicy. But I think I'm just going to wrap some of this orange twine around the bottom. Probably about 3 times. So we'll cut that off. And so I'll just tie my knot down here. So I'm holding that down so it stays tight. see if we can pull one of those down. Easier said than done. Is that the one I want? There we go. There. Okay. So then I haven't even used any of this yet. So this one is just the orange and cream gingham. This one is the cute truck with the pumpkins. There you go. And then this one is just kind of a burlap with pumpkins. So let's start with the thicker one. We'll just cut a couple of pieces. And I'll cut those in half. So again, I'll probably have to pinch those though. And then we'll do the truck one. And then we'll do some of the gingham. And then I think so I'm just going to pinch those kind of in the middle. And kind of crisscross them. And then we'll take the truck. And as best as we can, pinch that one. And then we'll take the gingham. And then we'll put that right there. And then we'll tie our twine. Just try to cinch all that up. And then you can just kind of pull it apart. I'm going to trim. Some of these are a little long. And then I've discovered with these smaller ribbons, it works best in my eye to angle them instead of dovetailing them. Cut that one a little shorter. And I could tie this one in a little bow, maybe. Pull that apart a little bit. There you go. I love you more than pumpkin anything. There you go. Tell me what you think. So now you can go grab some canvases from one of your favorite stores, tear it apart, and make a cute little piece of decor. There you go. Okie doke. So just as a reminder, we do have this month's Club Couture transfer. It is Hello Autumn. I did make a project with it Saturday morning, so go back and watch that video and you'll see the cute little project that we made. You can only get this transfer by being either a club member or a designer. It comes with 3 chalk paste singles. This month it's Current, Guava, and Shimmer Harvest. It's $19.99 a month. There is a 3-month commitment, but you can cancel at any time after that. It's shipped free to your mailbox for some crafty goodness every month. You also get $4.95 flat rate shipping as a Club Couture member, and you also get special offers and deals through Chalk Couture. And this month, if you are a club member, if you spend $100 US on a single purchase, you'll receive a bounce back coupon at 25% off of an October chalk site order of at least $50 or at the most $200. And then also this starting September 1st, the starter kit was refreshed for the upcoming holiday and winter season. So brand new transfers, brand new chalk paste, and chalk paste singles for the seasons. That is $99, but there's also a special Business Basics starter kit for only $19. It would be a great way to custom build your own starter kit with your 40% off plus a one-time use 15% off coupon. So if you have any questions about that, holler at me and I would be more than happy to help. Let's go back to my comments. Turn that off. Thanks for the love, everybody. I will be back again on Wednesday at 7:45 Central, so be sure to tune in for that. Thanks for watching this evening, and I hope everyone has a great week. Thanks for watching.